Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
In today's video, we're sharing everything that we ate for an entire week. That
Yes.
includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're all vegan recipes, and I linked everything down in the description below if you want to try them yourself. Hopefully you get some inspiration and new recipes to try.
Yep.
I think everything we had was delicious. So
Yeah,
hopefully you
everything
will
is
too.
amazing. Yep, I agree.
So here is everything that we had for an entire week. For breakfast this morning, we made some hot oatmeal. I just cooked the rolled oats with a couple mashed bananas and some unsweetened almond milk until the oats were soft. And then I'll put the frozen blueberries right on top of the oatmeal, but it was a little chilly this morning, so we didn't want anything cold. So I just put the frozen wild blueberries in a little saucepan, and I just cooked them for a few minutes until they defrosted and got a little bit warm. So you just pour that on top of the oatmeal, and then we topped it with walnuts and pumpkin seeds and a drizzle of date syrup, and it was delicious. For lunch, we had one of our favorite recipes. It's called spicy peanut noodles. I used brown rice ramen noodles that I get from Costco, and then I made a really quick and simple spicy peanut butter sauce with obviously peanut butter, ginger, garlic, hot sauce, and a little bit of date syrup. It's really, really delicious. And then I mixed it with the noodles, and I roasted some broccoli and frozen artichoke hearts that I got from Whole Foods, and I topped it with some green onions, and it was delicious. For dinner tonight, we picked up a vegan cheese pizza from Mellow Mushroom. Back when the pandemic first started in March and we were on lockdown, Mellow Mushroom started doing a $10 vegan cheese, or not just vegan, but a cheese pizza special on Monday. So that was like our treat that we would look forward to all week. We would get pizza every Monday. So we did that probably for, 3 or 4 months where we got pizza every week, and it was great. But we've been doing it every couple weeks now. So tonight we got a pizza, and we topped it with almost a whole container of mushrooms from Costco that I roasted. With the pizza, we both had a big salad that I made out of spring mix, Great Northern beans, Castle Vetrano olives, which we love. We got those at Costco. They taste so good. Especially if you think you don't like olives, you should definitely give those a try because they're delicious. Some pumpkin seeds. I think there's some cucumber and carrot in there. And then I made a blackberry dressing out of some blackberries that were getting a little bit too soft, but they hadn't gone bad yet. They were just a little too mushy for me to eat out of hand. But I mashed the blackberries with some white vinegar and Dijon mustard, and it was delicious. I'll put the recipe down below for you. And if you follow me on Instagram at Stacy Homemaker, you might know what Travis's secret salad ingredient is. So if you do, leave me a comment down below. I think it's so funny that he thinks this is a secret salad ingredient. For breakfast on Tuesday, we had oatmeal. Usually I make hot oatmeal, but have you guys ever tried cold oatmeal? It's actually really, really delicious. So I made it by blending 2 pears that were ripe and spotty, and I needed to use them up with some unsweetened plain almond milk. And then I mixed it with the rolled oats and let it sit in the bowl for about 5 to 10 minutes until the oats got nice and thick and they soaked up a lot of the juice. And then I topped it with some really juicy plums and frozen blueberries and walnuts and pumpkin seeds. And it was so, so good. We both really, really loved it. And Travis doesn't even really like oatmeal, so I was really happy that he liked this. For lunch, we had a clean out the fridge meal where we just finished up a bunch of little odds and ends that we had in the fridge that needed to be eaten up. So I finished up the leftover peanut noodles and some Great Northern white beans with a drizzle of hot sauce, a plum, some slices of a Fuji apple, and cantaloupe chunks. And Travis finished the rest of the pizza from the night before, and he also had some Fuji apple slices and some cantaloupe chunks. So it was a really quick and simple lunch and just easy to throw together. For dinner, I made some smoky bean burritos. This recipe is on my website, but I will link it in a description below. I usually make it with chickpeas, but at the beginning of this week, I think on Sunday, I made a big batch of Great Northern beans that we could eat throughout the week. So this is what I had in the fridge, and we wanted to use it up. So this is what I used, and the sauce is just delicious. It's super smoky and tomatoey, and it makes the perfect filling for burritos. After I finished making the smoky bean filling, I warmed a couple of burrito-sized tortillas. They're flour tortillas. The Stacy's brand is my favorite vegan tortilla. They're really, really good. Then I added a couple handfuls of spring mix, some quinoa that I cooked with turmeric and black pepper to give it color and flavor. And then I added a big scoop of the smoky Great Northern beans, actually a couple scoops, And then just watch me try to roll this thing up. I am so bad at rolling up burritos. I always overstuff them every single time. Do you do the same thing? I never know if you're supposed to tuck the sides in first and then roll. Should you roll and then tuck? I don't know. What's the right way to do this? But this one actually turned out okay. As you can see, it closed and nothing's falling out, so I'll take it. And then we served the smoky bean burritos with a side of Brad's crunchy kale chips. These are our favorite. They are so crispy and flavorful. We like all the flavors, but today we had the original flavor. The kale chips make the perfect replacement for potato chips to serve with burritos or sandwiches or something, because they're super crispy and crunchy and have a lot of flavor, and it's an easy way to get some more greens into your meal. For breakfast this morning, we had baked oatmeal with blueberries on top and cantaloupe on the side. I really love this recipe because it makes at least 6 to 8 portions. So I like to make a big casserole dish of it, and then we have easy breakfast to enjoy for a couple days, or you could freeze it. But I'll link to the recipe that I used in the description below. For lunch today, we were in the mood for some pasta, so I cooked up some whole grain pasta, and I made one of our favorite sauces. It's a beet sauce, so you saute onions and garlic, and I just cook the cashews in the pan, and then you blend it with a roasted beet, and it makes this beautiful, vibrant pink sauce. It is so colorful and it's just delicious. We love it. I used whole grain noodles today, but if you're gluten-free, I also really like to make this sauce with chickpea noodles. Tastes really good. And I will link the recipe down below in the description box if you'd like to try it. And then I garnished it with green onions and some lemon zest. For dinner tonight, we took it really easy and just made some Nourish bowls with the leftover ingredients that we already had in the fridge. Each bowl has a couple handfuls of spring mix, some sun gold tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and a big scoop of the smoky Great Northern beans, and a scoop of the turmeric and black pepper quinoa that I made a few days ago. And then I drizzled our favorite vegan ranch dressing on top. It's super thick and creamy, and it tastes just like ranch, at least what I remember ranch tasting like. But this is Travis's all-time favorite salad dressing. So if you also miss ranch, then I definitely recommend you give it a try because it's delicious. I will link to the recipe in the description below if you'd like to try it. For breakfast this morning, we had avocado toast, and I made that with 2 slices of toasted Ezekiel bread, and then I topped each slice with mashed avocado and a sprinkle of the Simply Organic Everything blend, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, some green onions, and some of our favorite wild brine raw sauerkraut. I know that sounds like a weird combination, but trust me, it is delicious. It is so good, so give it a try. And then on the side, we had a sliced Fuji apple, a plum, banana coins, a handful of walnuts, and a Brazil nut. I know this probably seems like a pretty big breakfast, but I almost always wake up really hungry, so I need something that's going to fill me up and, tide me over until lunch. So this definitely did the job. For lunch, we had wraps that I filled with Great Northern beans, some spring mix, some cucumber slices, and the rest of the turmeric quinoa, and some grapes and some hip peas. Those are really delicious if you haven't tried them. So this is exactly why I like to make a big batch of legumes and some type of grain on Sunday, because then it's really easy to just pull from that throughout the week and make quick meals like these wraps for lunch today. It was a little bit chilly today, so we were both in the mood for something cozy, so we decided to make vegan lentil stuffed pepper soup. This soup is so delicious. It is filled with bell peppers and tomatoes, onions, garlic, spinach, lentils, quinoa. It is so delicious and it's super filling. So I will link the recipe to this soup down below if you want to try it. And then we also both had big salads to go on the side. And to drink, we both had a Spindrift. It's like a sparkling water, but it's fruit flavored. And for dessert, we had a So Delicious salted caramel ice cream bar. Oh my gosh, have you guys tried these? They are incredible. They taste so, so good. And they're vegan, and they're just delicious. We love these, so that was a nice treat. We had a really busy morning today, so we just wanted something quick for breakfast. So we both had bowls of Nature's Path Mesa Sunrise cereal, and we topped it with frozen blueberries, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and some unsweetened almond milk. And we really like this cereal because it's crispy and crunchy and it's low in sugar and it tastes really good. I used to buy it at Whole Foods, like the individual bags, but I found a better deal on Amazon if you buy them in bulk. It's either 6 or 8 bags, but it's a much better price. So I will link to that down below if you want to try it. For lunch today, we were both in the mood for something like snacky. So we had the plant-based queso from Costco, and then we put some carrots, baby carrot sticks on the side, cucumbers to dip in it. I think Travis had some tortilla chips too, but I really, really love cucumber slices in this plant-based queso. It's really delicious. And then we had some fresh figs on the side and dates, medjool dates stuffed with peanut butter. That's one of my favorite treats because the dates taste like caramel and then you fill it with peanut butter. And if you're really feeling like something decadent, you could put some chocolate chips on the inside or melt the chocolate and then drizzle that over the dates. It's so, so good. And then we had banana on the side too. And then dinner was really easy tonight because we just had leftover vegan lentil stuffed pepper soup with a big salad. We were almost out of ranch dressing. We just had like the dregs left over in the cup, so I had to like add a little bit of water to the cup and shake it up and try to, water it down so we could stretch it between the both of us because I did not feel like making more dressing tonight. I was just not in a cooking mood today. So that's what we had for dinner. It was really easy and it tasted great. For breakfast on Saturday, we woke up feeling not too hungry, so we both just had a banana, and that was okay because I was planning on making a heavier lunch that day, which I ended up making one of our favorites, and I call this a zesty quinoa salad because it is loaded with veggies and black beans and fresh cilantro. It has red bell peppers, red onion, and some fire roasted corn, which hack for that is to use frozen fire roasted corn. That's what I did, and it's super quick and easy and adds lots of flavor. And it's all tossed in a lime dressing, which is so delicious. For dinner tonight, we had a sweet potato lentil chili, and I love this recipe because you can make it in the slow cooker. So it's so easy to just chop all the vegetables and throw in the beans, put it all in the slow cooker, and let it cook for, you can do 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low, and then it's ready in time for dinner. And it's just so easy, and it's really, really good. And I froze half of this, so we had enough for dinner tonight, and then I froze half so we could have dinner another night. And this chili freezes perfectly, so I will link this down below in the description if you want to try it. We ended up sleeping in a little bit on Sunday morning, so we just skipped breakfast and we kind of did like a brunch because we didn't really eat until about 12 o'clock. So we roasted some sweet potatoes and I made a tofu scramble. This is my favorite tofu scramble recipe. If you like curry flavors, it's a curry tofu scramble, so it has all of those delicious warm spices. And we mixed in some roasted mushrooms, baby spinach, green onions, and a drizzle of hot sauce on top. And then we served that with the roasted sweet potatoes and a sliced Fuji apple. And I will link to the curry tofu scramble recipe down below in the description box if you want to give it a try. And lastly, for dinner, we had one of our favorite fall recipes. It is a vegan pumpkin and sweet potato soup. It is super creamy and flavorful and it's just delicious. I will link to that recipe down below in the description if you want to try it. And we served it with a couple slices of toasted sourdough bread that we dipped into the soup. It was really delicious. Oh, and for the topping, I used toasted pumpkin seeds and a drizzle of coconut milk and just a little sprinkle of cinnamon, ground cinnamon.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. Which recipe looked the best to you?
And if you make any of the recipes, please tag me on Instagram at Stacy_homemaker so I can see your delicious creation.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.